Ho'oponopono. Jabagwan. Namaste. Hausch. Trina Christine Mason here, transmitting you now live frequencies from myself, from my body. I have many things I wish to share with you in many ways as a healer, an empath, a shaman, a Reiki master. Forget the labels and identification. I feel extremely ill. And this illness that I feel, it's a reflection upon the earth. Imagine how many people are praying out for God, for help and assistance. And then imagine how much love is actually being put back into the earth for holding us. How many are actually saying thanks to the plants for our breath? Pachamama is overworked and overwhelmed. God is overworked. They need our love and our respect right now, and none of us are containing the love. We are not being them in the flesh as they had intended. This makes them very sad and sick and ill too. Imagine them being our elders and trying to live on through us as us. And even us containing them says, I cannot go on anymore. Imagine this is their feeling, not ours. So with that information contained and embodied, what can you do? How swiftly can you shift your consciousness and change your emotions and redirect your energy? All of your selfishness, all of your brainwashing about money and things that really don't matter, but we've been conditioned and taught and trained all these illusions, this matrix system, this hierarchy. It really is illusionary. I'm sending you light code transmissions right now. Some of you might be able to hear them in the silence. There's really no way to warn or prepare anyone for anything. It's really difficult to translate and transcribe at this time, sharing these narratives, how seemingly meaningless they all really seem. However, what keeps me is the few who kindle a fire that I know are receiving this information at this time, that are capable of generating the power to turn the earth green again, if you will. Yes, there's a system and a matrix and many other things. You do not have to smoke DMT to realize your true infinite power and your purpose and what you're doing here. I'm holding space for you. My sickness is a very spiritual sickness. I just feel the sorrow and the anger and the lack of being able to do anything as Mother Earth watches all of these things go down. You think God does not know and witness and watch? It's watching. Just all of mankind has free will, and there's many laws of nature that aren't really taught to us in schools that I do my best to share, especially with those who aren't assholes. Assholes are those who ask for help and ask so many times for an answer. But then when you give them the advice, they do not listen. I'm calling out to those of you who are called to come to me at this time, that have questions and answers. Trust your feelings. It's not supposed to be about the money. Let us recognize what's really important. See the power of your ability to control your time at this time. Know that things are changing very rapidly. If you only fully understood consciousness perhaps I could plant a seed of curiosity for you to try to truly understand your brain and consciousness. I am just filled with sadness with your inability to show up for yourself. I too have been you. I believe in teamwork. However, we have to see the power that we are. The we are, we in the team. Why the team needs us. What is I? Who am I? What makes me so different than everyone else? There are very subtle little things. You don't have to make fun of you and call you a snowflake. Just know that every single part of you is fragmented and created. Not always at the will of God, mind you. There are other forces of nature at hand, and the soul does have free will. You can choose to understand these differences. However, you must sincerely mean it and fight with your soul to accomplish these desires. Some of you have this come very naturally and have families who have instilled in you these moralistic teachings. I wish there was more that I could give you. I guess if I could give you one more thing that I'm receiving to give you, that's for you to go outside. By yourself. Just you. Take a moment to sit down. I don't care how cold it is or what the temperature is like. Try to create 1 minute of doing this, a minimum of 1 minute. If it's warmer where you are and you can stand longer, please. However, do not torture yourself. Know that God lives in you and is guiding you as you. Okay? So I ask that you take a moment to connect to the earth. And instead of taking its magical medicine and recharging yourself up, take a moment to give it energy. Energy that isn't your sadness or your rage or anything that you don't want to contain. Give the earth something good so that somebody else can come back around and use that as medicine to charge themselves up. But if you do not give that to the earth itself and do not anchor in that electromagnetic energy into the ground and do not ground and anchor that in, let the earth be a container. There are many shifts that are trying to happen to the planet Earth, and many of us light workers are working extremely hard to work against this. Some of you may know about the 144,000. If you do not know about the 144,000 and 144,000 resonates with you, please immediately look into the Hopi Indian prophecy of the Rainbow Warriors. My heart is crying out for you to wake up and for you to come home. We do not have to reincarnate time and time again. We do not have to suffer continuously. We can choose to take hold of our divinity right now and take accountability on our fathers and our forefathers before them and ourselves, our embodiment. We can choose to make this world a better place instead of it being run by artificial intelligence. Oh, God. There's this dark energy that just, like, keeps coming up against me, trying to, like, almost choke me out and take against me, especially when I try to talk about like these things. Okay, it's really hard to talk about because I'm not trying to instill fear. All I can say is that there's a global agenda to happen to all of mankind in consciousness, and there is a goal to hijack that consciousness and to put it into artificial intelligence and to have a never-ending life form of consciousness. And honestly, if you're biblical, you will see that this is satanic and a form of dark energy. All I can tell you is that every small step has been planned, and many things are done as simulations and tests. However, where is your soul? What is your will? Are you going to lay down and take it and think that they know what's best for you? Or will you trust your feelings and allow your imagination to create a world that only you can create? Use your bodily functions. Use your body. Trust your intuition, your power, your calling. Otherwise, your soul will be very, very sad because you will not be doing your part. You will not be being yourself. That is the only job that is for you. Yes, this world has been built in some very, really unique, ironic ways. And yes, the money system all keeps us in our place, and it has its benefits too. I am very thankful for those of you who have invested in me financially, that have allowed me to be in a place where I can fall ill at this time and just be here and not feel like I have to go help somebody or do something that earns me an income. I'm very thankful for those of you who continually to give to me. And can I say, especially to those of you that I do not serve personally, my private time and energy, some of you have just given freely without me giving you anything aside from possibly doing these YouTube updates, right? Just know that your investments, they create a space where I don't feel so guilty giving someone else my time, my energy, my tools, parts of me and myself for free. Because in my mind, it's not for free, right? Someone else has paid it forward for them. That's you. You hold all this space. Let me give a shout out to Keith. Keith, you have gifted me many tools that I have been guided aren't for me, that I am meant to distribute appropriately amongst the masses. And I'm very thankful, very, very thankful for your belief in me and you not caring so much about those things. I would love to talk to you more about the seahorse. There are some items that refuse to leave my presence because I'm supposed to discuss with you spiritual matters of what it all means. I understand the seahorse male energy holds the babies and that there's some type of information connected into that. Perhaps we could have a phone call soon. My Dudas priest, you push me so much and help me have the energy to be the Dudas priestess that I am, man. I apologize I haven't been present, man. I just really haven't wanted people to see really the levels that I have been accessing. However, I'm guided by God that it's important for me to share the infinite truth instead of masking. I had some videos I was going to delete. I was guided by God to go into my recycling bin and to pull those out and to pull out those fragments. Despite what may come against me for sharing these opinions or these ways of living. And if I resonate with you, please, yes, continue to send donations as long as this fiat currency is part of our survival. Your finances help me buy kitty litter and cat food and buy food that I can eat. Many of you know that I'm a sensitive and I really struggle to eat. And the things that I do eat sometimes aren't always what's best for me. Honestly, lately I've been eating a lot of ice cream and cookies, just trying to escape all of these feelings. And I'm called to call myself out and to no longer allow this to be a routine that happens every single day, okay? I need to tune into the feelings and understand why I'm feeling this way instead of escaping. And I need to use my resources towards buying food that feels good and that muscle tests appropriate for me, possibly organic squash and things of this nature. I don't really have a lot of people around me who are eating as gracefully as I am intuitively guided to do so for myself, and it can be very hard to be that odd man out. I will do my best to document and journal my personal process of things I have been doing. Part of my personal process is I do not drink coffee. When I'm with other people who drink coffee, I do enjoy coffee. I do enjoy coffee, period. However, I'm guided that it's not what's best for me. And I enjoy regulating my emotional levels, and that's just a personal preference. I have been using Twitter. I'll push Twitter a million times. Please get at me on there. Get notifications every time I post. Play, have fun, connect with me. It's your choice, though. You don't have to. It's not really all that important, right? There's a divine plan, divine order. I'm proud of you, though. I'm so proud of you. Your consistency is just phenomenal. Phenomenal consistency. How you never fail. I wanted to say how you never fail me, and I just hope that you know it's not me that is speaking. God is all around you, and I know that you don't want to believe. And if you should choose that you want to believe, I will be more than happy to sit with you and to make you a believer and show you through your own personal experiences. This quote comes to mind. I've stated before how I would like to have that in my home just so I could read it over and over again. I wish I had the same peace that Guruji had in her home. It's a quote about let those who don't know God but know you know God through knowing you. It's like a quote like that. I have so much motivation and I just need to get structured. I understand that there are certain people that have been gifted to me, and I see that jobs that they are meant to do, they can feel a need to serve and they know what's up. If that makes sense, just I will have to command their presence and tell them, listen, I need you here at this time. Or I give you permission to buy for me this on my Amazon wish list, or this is over here, so purchase this because this is what I will let you do for me, and this is what we are to do together to heal the karma together. There's a lot of sacredness going on. Scared and sacred are the same thing. Excuse me for my rage. My sickness is leaving me, and I can feel God's strength come in me, through me, as me, and I'm grateful. And I'm just doing my best to not get my pride involved, aside from my pride, my family, doing it for the sake of them and humanity. And it's been really, really hard to just be and do nothing. And for me, there has been just days that have passed of sleep, just constant sleeping, which my body clearly needed this reset. And my dreams have been very prolific for me. I have been doing my healing work on journeys in my sleep, which is, honestly, it led to me reaching out to the people I'm healing in the dream world in reality. And there are some of you who are actually working with me in the dream world, in the unseen universes. Okay, the shamans teach a lot about this. And I'm at the tip of the iceberg of my understanding. However, as soon as I understand, I promise I will share with you everything that I learn. I just need a space for me to keep learning. I need a space for me to have silence and to continue reading. And I need a clean, safe, sacred space. That's all I really need. And love. As much love as possible. Romantic affection. Roses. Powerful medicine known as food and water. I'm thankful to know you. I am not one who is ever one to really ask for help. All I can do is hold space and let you know what's up, I'll never really be one to ask you directly for something. I'll ask directly like this, like, hey, feel free to send a donation, and then for people that resonates with, they'll send something, and spirit in you, God in you, is going to tell you exactly what to send. And it might sound crazy sometimes, right? Like, it might tell you, like, send Trina $1,000, or send Trina $2. Like, release your ego, your story, your attachment, and just surrender to the energy, okay? And just know that I'm not like a dragon hoarding all this money for myself, you know what I mean? Like, I'm investing, I'm helping people, I'm seeing money as being another form of energy. And I'm certainly called to travel, and I've been working a lot with astral travel and other things. Please serve me patience and kindness. There's been a lot of new energies that have been coming around lately that have been very toxic for me. This is a time where I could use my energetic warriors and protection. All those people who love me, I could use your energy at this time. And all I mean is just keep me in your mind and in your prayers, and be with me in this way if you cannot be with me in person. And trust your intuition and the messages you are receiving, because they are always accurate. Trust your feelings. Please also understand that there are electromagnetic waves that are occurring, and therefore some of our ideas are not our own or of God. There are feelings and energies that are being transferred to us through our electromagnetic devices. I have made some tweets recently trying to properly ground this message in. I still need to read out loud from my diary the writing that I had made. Again, I'm going to need you to be patient, and again, I'm not really being paid, so my inner kid almost wants to be like, financially dominate me by sending me a donation and be like, hey, read your poem out loud. Like a $20 donation, you know what I mean? Honestly, I still might resist you, you know what I mean? But like, the donation, like, right, like I'll feel obligated, like, oh, I have to do this, right? So many people don't understand me. They don't understand. I'm thankful, though, to be growing, and I have so much more work to do, and I'm holding space for you. And thank you for letting me serve you. There's nothing that makes me more happy than like being able to love and be myself and to share myself with you in this way. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's on OnlyFans, by the way. Should I give a huge shout out? Should there be a video isolated to that? OnlyFans, fans only, my fans only, dude. Y'all aren't there for getting this or that. Y'all are there just for the support. And yeah, maybe there's some of you who are new there and don't really like have that part figured out yet. Though those of you who have been contributing and that like love me and just like, oh man. How about those OnlyFans who go backwards and enjoy all my old content? You know what I mean? Like, these websites aren't going to be existent forever. So I'm thankful for you, man. And I'm thankful for those of you who actually, like, collect my content and stuff like that, too. Because, like, when I'm wiped from the internet or whatever happens to the future, like, because of you, my existence goes on. Like, all of this is data, information, light, sound, continuum. It's really beautiful. I'm hoping that this video will bring to me more of my spirit tribe, more who are on my level, more who are ready to receive Trina medicine, and more who are like willing to heal and grow with me. And of course, let me set the intention of also having some of my own more personal healing and some of my medicine directed at me. Oh my God, give me a taste of my own medicine. All the love that I give, please. Please. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll be back with you soon. Ho'oponopono.